Hello everyone, my name is Chief Lanlis and I'm back once again bringing you guys some more Halo 4 news and information. This time we're going to be covering the weekly bulletin, so we got tons of things to cover here. Of course, we got the Crimson map pack. We're going to be covering a few more extra details that have been released in the bulletin about that, as well as extraction game mode, as well as some of the fixes and patches from last week, and the new playlist that will be in Halo 4's multiplayer. So without further ado, let's get started. So of course, the big news this week was the release of the Halo 4 Crimson map pack trailer. I did a video on that yesterday, but some details were released later on that day after I did that video. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about it, and here's a brief overview of the map pack if you haven't missed it. So the map pack is one of the first of 3 map packs to be coming to Halo 4. It's going to be released on December 10th. It will cost you $10 American or 800 Microsoft points. This is if you do not have the War Games map pass. Along with this map pack, there will be 8 brand new achievements. They haven't said which they are, but we can generally assume that they are all multiplayer achievements because that's the only thing we are adding on to Halo 4 this time around. They're just some multiplayer maps. Within that Crimson map pack trailer, that did say that one of the maps, Shattered, would be great for hosting Dominion and Extraction game modes. So when they mentioned Extraction, I thought that was a little weird because they've mentioned it before, but that game mode has not been available to us. And sure enough, within this bulletin, they have announced that that brand new game mode of Extraction will be available on the very same day that the map pack is released. December 10th, expect to see an Extraction game mode playlist in Halo 4. So that'd be great to see. For those who do not know what the extraction game type is, I'm going to briefly explain it to you guys now, but I did do a video about it in the past if you want more details about it. But the best way to describe it is that it's King of the Hill meets Dominion. There are 2 locations on the map called extraction points. They do rotate over time, but the only way they do rotate along the map is after a team has successfully captured it, like Dominion, and defended it for 45 seconds. After the timer reaches 0, the team is awarded 1 point, and then the extraction point disappears and appears somewhere else on the map. Now, there is no sudden death in the game mode as of right now. It's just 2 rotating points, and each team is fighting to capture them and convert them from the enemy team. Further along in this bulletin, they added more details to the maps that will be in the Crimson map pack, so I'm going to quickly go over these brief descriptions of each map. Wreckage is a medium-sized asymmetrical map that is ravaged by an environment of crashed debris, so there's lots of obstacles in the way. They said there's tons of nooks and crannies for you guys to hide in, and Wreckage supports up to 16 players in Infinity Slayer and up to 12 in a variety of other game modes such as Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, and Oddball. Harvest is a small to medium-sized map that they said is ideal for Capture the Flag. They just said that it's going to be unique where that there are some lighter vehicles within this map, but they are limited to the exterior of the map. They're not able to get into the bases, but we'll see about that. We'll see how the community deals with that. This map is a fully symmetrical map, perfect for infantry fights, and great for face-to-face, head-on competitions within each other. They also say that snipers will feel right at home with long lines of sight broken up with some great cover and hiding spots. Harvest allows for 8 to 12 players to face off and Capture the Flag, Infinity Slayer, King of the Hill, SWAT, and Slayer Pro. For the third map, Shattered, they have described it as a large symmetrical map that is the perfect playground for Warthog and Mantis gameplay. It has tons of great open pathways to make getting around the map easy, whether you're on foot or in a vehicle. They also have plenty of structures to provide close quarters combat, as well as big open areas for vehicles to play in. Shattered has the ability to have up to 16 players in Infinity Slayer, and up to 12 in other game modes such as Capture the Flag, King of the Hill, Dominion, and Extraction. Now on to everyone's favorite section within the Halo Waypoint Bulletin, that is the controversial section about the last updates as of November 26th and the upcoming playlist rotation on December 3rd. As of November 26th, they have fixed some scripting issues within the game type of Regicide. To me, that's just coding within the actual game type, as there are probably some bugs and glitches that have occurred within that actual game type. They've also fixed some exploit locations on the map Solus, so you out-of-bounders and you glitchers, you cannot do that in multiplayer anymore, but you can still do that on the actual copy within your disc in custom games and in Forge. They've also fixed King of the Hill on Complex, so any issues that you guys have with King of the Hill on Complex, I'm not entirely sure. I didn't get a chance to play much King of the Hill on the map Complex. So for you guys that may have had some complaints, they have fixed them as of last Monday. They've fixed the Mantis respawn timer on the map Meltdown. They've also made late joining improvements to joining progress in all game types. They have reduced the window for joining progress in Slayer game types. It just means that people cannot join at certain times within a Slayer game type, such as near the end of the match, so that you don't don't join to a team that's already losing. They've reduced the window of opportunity which you can join in session. They've also made improvements to the join in session for an even starts. So that means that they're probably trying to prioritize those maps where sometimes those games start up when there's no enemy team or there's just very few players on the enemy team, because people rage quit within the lobby, and sometimes it takes a little while to find some extra players to quickly fill up the game before it ends. Last but not least, here is the playlist rotation for December 3rd. SWAT will be sticking around another week. I know a lot of the Team Sniper fans are still unhappy that they lost their playlist last week, but that's just what happens. So SWAT will be staying around, but in place of Free-For-All Throwback, which was the free-for-all game type that had Oddball and King of the Hill for you guys, they have a new game mode called Team Regicide. This new game type, Team Regicide, will be a little bit different compared to the free-for-all version because there's 2 teams of 4. The leading player on each team will be crowned king, so there will be 2 kings on the map at a given time. But the difference this time around is no matter how many kills a king may get, their bounty or point value will not change. It will stay a fixed amount of points, and that will be 25 points. The maps that will appear in the Team Regicide playlist include Haven, Adrift, Complex, Solace, and Abandon. For you stat junkies, the mode is Team Regicide. Teams will be 4v4. The score to win is 750. The King Logic, which decides who is the king, will be the leading player with medal points from each team. The Regicide points to the king will be 25 fixed. The execution points will be worth 15 points. The king power-ups will be enabled, so overshield, damage boost, and many others that probably do exist will be enabled, and the time limit will be 12 minutes for this game type. Alrighty guys, that is it for this weekly news roundup for Halo 4 multiplayer. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me your guys' thoughts on the new game type Team Regicide. I'm actually genuinely excited because we'll actually get to see the full extent of the king power-ups such as overshield, damage boost, and whatever more there may be, because you don't see them too often in the free-for-all variant. Other than that, as a quick channel update, I do have final exams at my university and college in the following 2 to 3 weeks. So if I don't have as many videos up, please understand school does come first, but I will be back with some more content and tons more content because it is winter break, and expect a top 5 series on my channel at some point. I'm working out the kinks, so I'll announce that later, but please start saving up your file share moments. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like or a favorite as it greatly helps out my channel. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to stay up to date on all my content for Halo 4 content, Let's Plays, news, and more on my channel. My name is Chief Landless, and I'm signing out.